114! Is this not why you were here?
I was gonna rip his heart out. I'm the best ever.
All right, guys, welcome back to the most underrated, underprivileged, and undocumented podcast, the Hood Rats Podcast. So, what's today's date, man?
23rd?
The 23rd, right?
Yes.
April 23rd, 2026. So what's cracking, my brother?
Brother, you know what's cracking, dude?
What's cracking?
Michael Jackson's cracking, dude. We're gonna go watch Michael Jackson after this. Not watch him, but we're gonna watch the movie, the biopic.
Yes, sir.
Which is I have high hopes for it because biopics they're hit or miss.
Yeah, it is. Well, it also depends on like the actors.
Yeah,
I think that's like a big one. And I mean, maybe because I just haven't genuinely looked at the actors and who's playing who, so I'm not that aware. But I mean, also like when you go and watch a movie without so many expectations, sometimes that's when you enjoy it a little bit more. You know, even if it's not that great.
Yeah, the last couple of years I've been doing that, just watching random movies.
Yeah.
That I don't watch a trailer, I don't watch anything. I don't care who's in it. I don't care what's it about.
Yeah.
I just watch a random movie, and then you do enjoy it more than like, oh, because it's gonna be a badass movie.
Yeah.
I'm really looking forward to this because
you get hyped for the trailer, and if you don't watch the trailer, and sometimes, like, let's be honest, sometimes the trailer has the best parts in it.
yeah.
So it's like, if you don't really watch it, I mean, everything is just kind of basically new to you.
But the one trailer that does look fucking good is the Spider-Man one.
It does, yeah.
Yeah, so
But I mean, I think like those are a little different though, because they actually have already something to kind of pick off of, which are the animations, the comic books, and then there's so many ways of telling the story because, there's also different comic book writers.
Yeah.
So like the story like splits out. Like same thing with like the DC comics, like there's Batman, but there's the Batman this one, Batman Beyond.
yeah.
So
and
it's,
Christopher Nolan Batman. Then you have the new one. Who's
Edward Patterson.
Edward
No,
Pattinson?
Edward Patterson.
That's
Robert
That's
Patterson.
the actor, but who's the guy, the director?
The director?
Because
I'm not sure.
he kind of I think they redid the new Batman with the new director because I don't know, he's a famous guy, but like because I'm not really into this like movies or cinema like that, but I don't know how big a director. Obviously, it's super obvious because they make everything. They're the one that produces.
That kind of puts everything together.
Yeah, but for me, since I don't care or really know about cinema, I don't know how much big influence. Like people talk about like, oh, a Christopher Nolan movie, and then they expect a certain amount. Or who's a Tarantino? He had like a certain style, a theme of
Michael Bay.
Michael Bay. Yeah. He was Transformers, huh?
Transformers.
Yeah.
No, he had another few movies though too.
But okay.
But yeah, like the main one is Transformers.
Yeah. Like for me, my favorite Batman is the Christopher Nolan, Gareth Bale one. No, like Christian Bale. Gareth Bale. He'd be a shitty actor, I think.
Yeah, that's what.
Yeah, the shitty soccer player, shitty actor.
Welsh.
Welsh. But yeah, but the Spider-Man, it's the fourth one. I think for me, that's my Spider-Man now. For a while, it was the first one,
Tobey
Maguire. But now since there's more of the new Spider-Man, Tom Holland Spider-Man, and I feel more like I look forward to him now.
I mean, people still argue that, bro. With who's your Spider-Man? Who's the best Spider-Man? Yada yada yada. I mean, at this point. And I've said it even before, like, this movie came out. I think that Tom Holland plays the perfect Spider-Man. Because he's the one that looks more like a kid, a high school kid, which is ultimately what Peter Parker is. He's a nerd, high school. He doesn't look as cool as Andrew Garfield. I think that's kind of what fucked it up for Andrew Garfield, that he looked too cool to play the part.
Yeah, too much confidence.
And then Tobey Maguire he was a much older cat. He wasn't a fucking high school kid.
Well, he was like in his 20s, huh?
Yeah, bro.
Yeah.
And then at this point, as you mentioned, we've already seen a lot more of Tom Holland in comparison to those other two guys. So it's like, you kind of go with the times, I guess.
Yeah, and also he was part of like the Avengers. Which
that
like,
too.
It was
Perfect,
like a big like transition period in DC and MCU.
Yeah.
So it was like when he was in Civil War. It was like, oh, what the fuck? He's because that's when they bought the rights from Sony, right? Civil War. That was the first one.
They bought some of them.
Some of them, but that's when the first time we saw Peter Parker in MCU, basically.
MCU,
right?
yep.
Like, so that
which was kind of odd that he didn't get his whole. I mean, now that I think about it, never mind. I'll take that back, because we could name a few characters that actually had their standalone movie after the Avengers.
After the Avengers, like what? Ant-Man,
Black Widow.
Black. Oh yeah, Black Widow. Yeah. So, but it was so for us, like, since we're living through it, and then they've been able to accomplish more with the MCU. I think I feel more immersed in the universe, and it's like I enjoy Tom Holland. For a while, it was the first one, but now it's
Toby.
I remember watching it as a kid, but now I think it's surpassed. And also, Tom Holland's Spider-Man's, they're the ones that brought everybody together, even the shitty Garfield, character. I'm just kidding. It was I don't remember it enough to like shit on it, but he brought, or not he, but like that the time frame everybody got together and the nostalgia of it was pretty cool. Even though like they're 2 and 3, it was still cool to see them all back. So. And that,
people were hyped as fuck for that shit. It was the highest grossing film at the time, I believe, or that year. And also, like, it did so well that they had brought it back the year after and took it out again.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah. You know how, like, they do it with, like, classic movies? Like, Jaws constantly is...
Jaws,
like,
I think now it's out.
I think Fight Club is out right now, bro.
Yeah, like certain
like, classics,
You know what one people don't talk about? Miles Morales.
It's good, bro.
Even though it's animated, he's in the conversation. Even though it's fake, it's like whatever. But it's up there with like who's your favorite Spider-Man? Because a lot of people say Miles Morales is the favorite Spider-Man. Because
I mean that story is well written out, bro.
Yeah,
I think whoever's in charge of putting that together, the director of that film, actually probably cares a lot about the character and the comics because even the visuals are.
They're trippy.
Yeah, bro. Like if you were to be on like some acid or some fucking shrooms and shit, you probably spaz out a little bit, or you probably really enjoy the fuck out of that.
Yeah,
film.
yeah. I think you would enjoy it, especially like if you're on like a light dosage. If you're not like fucking
tweaking.
You're not tweaking out there. I think a light dosage, like a microdose of mushroom or some hallucinogenic, will put you in the right mood to like watch the movie. I think.
Fuck.
I'll never.
The fucking colors will be all fucking bright as fuck. Nah, but whoever's in charge of that film is really. Doing a great job because even the fucking first movie got an award. The second movie I think was also nominated, bro. Didn't win.
For like best picture or something.
Like it was like best animation, best animated movie. And then like I don't know, bro. Like it's just well put together. I think eventually it's gonna end up becoming like a what's it called? Like a actual like series like with real actors, live action. There you go. Yeah, I think sooner or later.
Like a black. I think them doing. That the first like the anime series because a lot of people are kind of iffy about like Peter Parker's white, so Spider-Man's white, so, traditionally a lot of people like with the Ariel people like are against like changing the race of a certain character because of history or whatever. Even now, like we're a progressive society or whatever, there's still like a pushback. I think by them creating out such a good movie with the black character, Miles Morales, I think it'll be easier for the society to accept a live action black Peter Parker or not Spider-Man.
Yeah, the hard part would probably be just to kind of like tie that in together with good actors, good characters, and just hope for the best, man. Because sometimes like what makes or breaks is also like the actors, especially when the actors go. I mean, we saw it with. I don't really want to rename the movie, but the actor that was talking and talking and talking and talking and talking.
So white.
Yeah, exactly. And then like maybe I don't know, like I've never seen the movie personally myself, but I think that you sway the audience a certain way, and sometimes like the movie, it's probably sometimes not even that bad, but it becomes worse because the people just don't genuinely like you.
I think that's one with the dwarfs, right?
Yeah.
You know what's fucked up? You know who Peter Dinklage is? You know Peter Dinklage, right? The Game of Thrones little person?
No, but I'm pretty sure I know what interview you're referring to.
Oh, he did it. Oh, I don't know where.
There was an interview about like midgets.
Yeah.
Like that they interviewed some midgets, and apparently like the original idea was for like midgets to get the role.
Yeah.
But like what you're talking about is like they felt like in our progressive society, which is kind of counterintuitive. Like, I mean, it's the opposite. You kind of think about it, that they didn't want to get those midgets because they felt like it would have been like a backlash. Yeah. Because like, oh shit, like, oh, you guys are getting fucking midgets. You know?
Yeah, and he was one, because he's the most famous little person. He's like, and besides that, he's also a superstar. Like, on its own, even if he wasn't a little person, he's a really big star. He was in Game of Thrones and a bunch of other stuff. But, you know Brad Williams, another little person?
No.
He's a comedian, stand-up comic.
Oh, yeah, I've seen him. I know what you're talking about. Yeah.
He was on Andrew Santino's podcast this week, this week, and he's talking about how he doesn't like the fact that Peter Dinklage kind of outed. He really basically lost, how many dwarfs? 7 dwarfs?
7. Yeah, well, that's 7 jobs.
Yeah, 7 jobs from little people. And I'm sure they're kind of rare to come by, like little
Yeah.
people jobs in cinema. I'm sure it's difficult to, if you're a little person to be, a famous actor.
Yeah.
So he says that he has active beef, which is kind of joking, with Dinklage for doing that because, I mean, don't you want to see other your kind?
Like succeed.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, get a paycheck, get that bag.
I mean, it doesn't make any CGI'd it.
Yeah.
Which is counter progressive because many people are protesting the AI,
The data centers.
Yeah, the AI environment in cinema. The strikes, the SAG strikes were all that anti-AI, and now this guy is forcing the production to be made with fake
AI,
little people. Yeah, so that's like a little it's BS. I guess he made it and so fuck everybody else.
Yeah, it's because it doesn't make sense because it's like you mentioned, like we're trying to include everybody, and then like not trying to include certain people. That's why I always say, like, bro, especially like when it comes to cancel culture and certain ideologies, people pick and choose like, who stays and who goes.
And honestly, I don't care because there's like a quota you have to have. I think in California, I think when someone was talking about, I think Theo was talking about it, how you need a certain amount of diversity to produce movies in California.
Oh, sure.
That's why the Hollywood industry in California is like declining. People are going to New Jersey or other spots. Or
I heard a lot of people.
Atlanta.
Oh no, Atlanta is one of the last sections where they're shooting stuff. You're right. You're correct on that. But I hear that a lot of jobs are taken overseas to the UK.
Yeah. Because it's these stupid rules are making it impossible for Hollywood to make movies because you need 5 black people, 5 not midgets because the fucking Peter Dinklage.
Disney didn't like
But you
them.
need 5 Mexicans, 5 people with autism, 5 people in wheelchairs, like whatever it is. And California, California, that means going to take a big hit because that's for a while that was their entire industry.
Yeah, I think that if I'm not mistaken, because I literally just saw a whole breakdown of it, of everything exactly that you're saying and what you're talking about. The United States would push about 700 billion worth of entertainment to the rest of the world.
Damn.
And that number, as you mentioned, is declining. It is declining.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So it's. I think eventually, when it comes to if you're losing money, people are gonna forget about the woke stuff and just bring back the money.
Yeah, because I mean, think about all the classic shows full of like the '90s. Think about all the classic movies of the '90s, early 2000s even. I mean, some of the stuff we still fucking rewatch it, even though you may or may not like certain shows. I mean, there's still shows that went worldwide, bro, like Friends. Girl Meets World, Malcolm in the Middle, The Office, like all those sitcoms and real life, what do you call it? Like shows. They know them everywhere, bro. Drake and Josh.
Drake and Josh is famous in
So
Mexico.
it's just like you kind of start, I guess, taking away, like you mentioned, like the big Hollywood essence of the U.S. and like not just here in the U.S. but the essence of the U.S. worldwide. Yeah. And it's just like, damn, bro, like slowly, little by little, your money just starts hurting your pockets, basically.
Yeah, and then eventually they're going to notice, okay, I'm losing a couple shekels here.
Yeah.
Who cares about black people? Who cares about diversity? Who cares about Mexicans? Just give me all white cast. That's going to sell in fucking England or whatever. But it is what it is. And then also on the topic of like remaking old movies, there's certain shows and movies that like they were so good because of the time that they were made. Like other shows you mentioned, you couldn't remake them with the same quality now because of like the new rules, like the social rules. Like The Office, for example, is my favorite show. Yeah. And then even Steve Carell, the main guy, is like, "Oh, you couldn't make that now; it'll get canceled." Within. They talk about, a bunch of like, talk about like, little kids and like stuff like that, and like he says the N-word. They bleep it out, but he says the N-word, and you even him saying it in a bleeped version. Censored version
will cause some outrage.
Yeah, and then one of them was boom. He called one of the gay characters, "You're gay." Boom, roasted. Which that alone, this example that they gave, that alone would have got him canceled because you can't call a gay guy gay or whatever. And yeah, so like certain shows like The Office, I wouldn't want them to remake it now, even though they tried. Did you try with the Paper, which wasn't good? Yeah. Also, they're trying in Mexico. With it's coming out. It's not out yet. It's gonna come out this year.
What?
An Office version style. Of
comedy,
yeah,
I've seen it.
But they sell toilet paper, which I hope they got like the Mexican comedy, like the unfiltered, uncensored.
I think that one will, because Mexico is a different world.
Yeah, so I hope that I don't know what it's called, but it's like the paper.
I seen it.
But like in Mexico, but they sell they don't sell toilet paper. They sell soap, jabón. Yeah, they sell.
I seen
soap.
like a little snippet of it
Yeah.
on Instagram.
It looked interesting. I might give it a try, but I just hope to keep the essence of Mexican comedy, with the kind of a crudeness of it, because it's Mexican culture is very distinct.
Yeah, it is.
And I hope they don't wokeify it in Mexico, which I don't know. We'll see how it goes. It's Mexico, because Mexico right now is fucking, bro. Mexico's falling apart. I think.
Good segue.
Good segue, because look it. It's gonna be ironic, but last week we saw a Mexican, or the rumors are he's not Mexican.
Talking about callbacks too, right here.
Yeah,
what you're about to say?
What am I going to say?
Just keep going, bro.
Fuck, I'm nervous.
You even said it like in the car.
Damn,
it's crazy how 1,500.
Oh yeah.
You know, like,
because.
But keep on going with the story. They'll get it eventually. A little callback.
It wasn't Tenochtitlan. It was Teotihuacan. Teotihuacan. Mayan or Aztec ruins. Pyramids, right? Well, I don't know what it was. Aztec, I'm assuming.
I believe so.
El Defe, right?
Yeah, it is.
Okay, so at the Aztec Empire, they have these ruins that a bunch of tourists go and they go take their pictures, and the Asian people stand in front of you, and blah blah blah. Every touristy archaeological ruin is exactly the same. It's ruined by Chinese tourists and rude Americans. Yeah. But this right-wing guy is allegedly fighting the tourism by literally eliminating them. Right? He killed one Canadian, which Canadians, and he injured like 5 other people, and then he killed himself. Right? Yeah. But like we were talking about it earlier, it's ironic because that's what they were meant for. They're meant for sacrifices.
Yeah,
so
it's a callback.
He honestly didn't commit a crime, because he's just following Aztec rule, which is the law of the land in Mexico, because that's who they are. So technically, he didn't really commit a crime. Technically he did, because killing people is illegal, but that's what they're meant for. Sacrifice the unworthy. And Canadians are just below French in the unworthy scale, right? Or what do you rank Canadians higher than French?
Nah, French are the top of the top, the worst, brother.
The worst. So right, and Canadians second, because they're infiltrated by they got conquered by the French. They speak French in Quebec.
Fuck. All right, that's true. That really is true.
So who's worse? The one. So by using logic, Canada is above French, because.
Damn.
Right.
I mean, but then no. Yeah, you're right.
Are they equal?
I feel like they're equal. Yeah, because fuck them fools.
So
they can't even win in their sport anymore.
Hockey?
Yeah, they lost to the Americans.
They lost to fucking gay Americans. Americans turning gay. But the point I'm trying to make is, those pyramids were built for a purpose.
Yeah.
It would be wrong to do anything other than that on the site. Right?
Yeah, but it goes back to what we were just talking about, the shows at different times, brother.
See, that's the thing. People are trying to change the past. They're trying to wokeify The Office, wokeify Friends.
Wokeify the Mexican pyramids.
We're not doing that shit in Mexico. We don't stand for that shit. We're sticking to what we know. That's sacrificing unworthiness.
Damn.
Nah, it's fucked up. Okay, nah. I take it back. It is fucked up though, because they didn't. It is what it is. Because also,
isn't that pyramid the same pyramid, bro? Where some dude stood on top of that pyramid and shot down at a couple students?
Brother, we're on wokeifying America, or
maybe I'm confusing them. But I know in another pyramid in Mexico, there was another instance. I might be wrong, but I know it's Mexico. That the students from a university were protesting something, or they were going against the government. Government does government shit. Yeah. Allegedly, like somebody got on top of the pyramid and started shooting down at a bunch of students that were protesting.
Oh, really?
Yeah, bro. I swear.
I know. I believe it, but I don't know. I don't know. I probably heard about it, but I don't remember. Probably the government could fucking shut off my brain.
Yeah, this is probably like in the 70s, maybe.
A while ago. Yeah, then I believe it a lot more now, because back then it was fucking Wild West. Mexico in the 70s?
I want to say it was like the 70s or the 80s, bro. I want to say. I'm not getting the facts correct, but it has to do something. Something
like
along those lines. Yeah.
Makes sense. I mean, I believe it. You know, Mexico surprisingly is very woke. Because today I saw a video of them. Some dude broke it. Didn't break in, but he went into like the wax museum.
Yeah.
And
they fucked up the Netanyahu fucking statue.
And then they were burning the Israeli flag in the middle of the street, which is very, very.
Well, you got to take into consideration, since like they're the neighbors, a lot of the things that are pushed here eventually it's kind of like starts making its way down south of the border.
Yeah, and you know it is what it is. But they're crazy down there because they actually like throw shit and more than over here. Over here, I think I don't know what it is, but in Mexico seems things escalate more.
Or also sometimes maybe like it's even the media, bro. Sometimes it's just kind of hard to believe like certain things, bro, because like they say like, oh, this is that, and like I'm not even trying to be like, oh shit, but I've been to some of the places, bro, that oh shit, like this is bad, oh don't go here, and it's just like, well, I mean, yeah, I see the dude with the rifle and the AK, but it's not like,
yeah, that's true,
you know, like where the fuck is
where's Mencho? You know, he's not here.
Yeah, like where's the stuff that you guys say that because sometimes here, fool, like they make it seem like other countries, like you get off the plane, fool, and you fucking, oh shit, brah, you know, just like, no, bro, like sometimes, fool, sometimes here is worse, fool, like in Oakland, like you get out the airport way and they already rob your shit or they break into your car.
Exactly. In San Francisco, people are leaving their windows down so they don't break them. Just take my shit.
Because it's easy, because it's cheaper to fucking just steal whatever you're gonna steal away from me. And then fucking to fix a fucking broken window.
Or what they'll do is like they'll take. I mean, obviously they won't leave anything there, and then that's like a sign like, oh, there's nothing in here. Avoid my car. It's basically what they're doing. But yeah, when I went to Mexico for the first time in like 20 years or 10 years in 2017, I thought they were gonna be shooting at the airplane, which is stupid.
Yeah, but that's how they make it seem though.
That's how they make it seem. Yeah, because I hadn't gone. The reason why I used to go a lot when I was a kid, then we stopped going because it got dangerous.
Yeah.
And that was according to like my grandma and them, so she would know. But at that point, it's been like 10 years since I hadn't gone, and then I went. I thought that I was stupid. It is different though, because when I went to Aguas, landed in the airport, I have my phone now. They go, put your phone away. This guy with the rifle. So it is a little bit different. But for the most part, you just
mind your business. Then most people were not really gonna do anything to you. Like I do. When I was entering, I don't wanna say the name of the city or nothing, but I was just entering the city, fool, and some dude with a big ass rifle, masked up. I just asked you like, hey, like, where you going? You know, like put your phones down, et cetera, et cetera. You go in there, fool. You do what you gotta do. I saw the church. Ate the food. Got my ornaments or my souvenirs. Left. And that was it, bro.
Yeah, and then like, and if you go to like a smaller pueblo, like my cousin told me, like, oh yeah, these guys are part of that people. They're following us just to see, because we haven't seen your face are new. They're just following to see what you're doing, what you're about, and they follow you for a day, and then like, okay, he's here for,
so and so with one home.
Yeah. So if they see you with like people that they recognize or people they see, they're like, okay, they're not here to cause trouble.
Yeah.
Blah blah blah. Also, if you go to like a sacrificial temple, what do you expect?
Tourists.
No, I'm saying like, what do you the temple is a temple that you sacrifice. Back to the point that we made earlier.
Yeah.
You're a tourist. Why would you go to a temple? It's a sacred temple. The gods use it to sacrifice people. You think the gods gave up on sacrifices?
No, but they allowed it.
No, I'm saying like the gods wanting you to kill people here. You think they forgot 100 or when 500 years later? You think they're like, oh, we got our fill in 1532. We got our fill of sacrifices. We're done here.
You know what's funny? I just seen a meme right now that it said cuando Tlaxco. I think that's like the god.
Yeah.
It went cuando Tlaxo está. What do they say? Cuando Tlaxo se excita otra vez de nuevo porque hay nueva sangre. Some shit like that.
Bro, see, exactly, bro. It's like you have to study where you're going. You gotta know. Man. So if Tlaxo was hungry that day. He wanted pussy blood.
Tlaxo.
He wanted weak blood.
Tlaxo, some shit like that.
I'm sure he was like, bro, what is this fucking? He probably was. Tlaxo was probably disappointed in the blood he got. He got weak.
It was like some Canadian person died, right? And then like there was some other people that got injured. There was a woman that got injured and shit, and she was I don't even know where she was from, bro.
Fuck, I don't know. But she survived, so not Canada.
Yeah, she survived. I think that's the only fool that died, no?
The one Canadian, the Mexican.
Oh, but that fool because he shot himself.
Yeah, he shot himself. It's fucked up because I'm a tourist too. When I go to, so I don't want to get shot. So I take back what I said. I take back what I said.
Are you talking about shooting people? What's up with that dude you were telling me about?
Fuck, who was it?
That dude that
Erling Holland?
no, the dude that you were telling me about that with his homie in the car, cornhole guy.
Oh, speaking of another shooter, right? But this shooter, he's an elite level shooter because the guy in Mexico was fully abled,
Okay.
even though he was Peruvian, I think. Which,
Allegedly. Well, I mean, there's a lot of
No,
stuff
I'm
going.
just kidding.
There's a lot of stuff going on. I don't want to get into conspiracy theories, but a lot of stuff going on.
Yeah, well, whatever. But this guy was full bred American, a real hero. He was a cornhole champ, representing America in the cornhole championships,
Oh, shit.
which I made that up. He probably played like in Sunday league or whatever.
But he was good though.
He was a champion, but he was a quadruple amputee. He had no hands and no legs. He had like
It's
stubs.
Even more impressive.
Yeah, I think he had like past his elbow somehow.
Okay.
And he cornhole champ. It's very difficult because you got to get the corn in the hole. And this guy was a coke addict. He had anger issues. He was alcoholic, but he was also a shooter. He loved guns. He's from the South. I'm assuming he's from the South. There's videos of him. There's one specific video where he's on all fours. No, he's doing a handstand. He does a line of coke. He gets up on his knees or whatever he has, and he starts shooting out the window. He shoots one shot out the window. And there's other videos of him like with the Beretta just unloading like on the woods and stuff. So this guy has anger issues. He's skilled with the gun, and I'm sure he's angry at the world for making him
amputee.
a quadruple amputee.
Oh shit.
So he ended up, and I think he was involved with like a love triangle. So he killed his friend while he was driving.
Oh shit! Damn.
I guess he was like, oh yeah, the other guy was like, yeah, your girl's pussy tastes good or whatever, and he just got a gun and just shot him.
That's a crazy multitasking,
Bro, this is what America is, brother. We succeed when we're down the tables. We beat the British when we were a small ass army. This motherfucker has no arms, no legs, and was able to kill it.
Not only that, bro, he was driving.
He was in his car. I think he had the video. One of the videos I saw, he was in a Tesla.
Oh shit!
But
I mean,
whatever.
yeah, whatever. We'll just say he was driving.
He was driving. Yeah, he was down
Makes the story more exciting.
Yeah, he was driving down the fucking Martin Luther King Avenue. He saw some of his ops, and without stopping the car, he started shooting at people. That's the story I want to.
How does he shoot though?
That's the thing. No one knows.
Oh shit!
Because he has no. I mean, I don't know. At least someone has to know. But I think he just like sticks his nub in like the trigger, and it's just like uses like his. He doesn't have a hand. He just. That's a good question, actually. How does he hold the gun? One.
Probably like in the armpit, maybe.
But because he has the rifle, yeah, he had it in the armpit. But the other gun, he has a Beretta, which is a handgun, and he's like, I think he's pointing it. How does he hold the gun? Am I retarded? Or does he have like, I don't know, bro? He held the gun and shot it. I think it's more impressive that he's able to hold the gun
and drive
and do cocaine and live life. Cornhole challenge is probably the most impressive thing he's ever done. That's
Damn.
Dude, that's a real American, dude. See, Glasgow would have been happy to get his blood because he's a warrior. He doesn't give up. He doesn't give up when he's down.
That was a white boy, huh?
Yeah. Kind of retarded looking white boy too. Like, I'm just kidding. That's messed up. I shouldn't talk about my own people because
I don't know you were an amputee.
I'm retarded.
Oh.
Yeah. He had 4 nubs. I only have 1 nub.
Mm.
Yeah. So I relate.
So he has 5 nubs.
He probably has a huge cock. The confidence to.
Hey, low key fool.
You want to see
his cock big or not? I mean, his cock technically touches the floor.
Technically, yeah. He drags his cock around there.
That's like that.
So relatively speaking, it's huge because he's only about like 4 foot.
His cock touches the floor.
He's like 4'5" probably, which is in some countries in Peru that's a giant. And his cock, but he,
he's not Peruvian fool. He's European. He
has good European blood. You seen his videos like,
¿Dónde eres, güey? De aquí, güey. Soy nativo. No, güey. Nunca te creí, güey. Por un segundo.
Yeah.
Is that one?
Yeah, with Adrian.
Adrian?
Yeah. He was a Mexican, though. He was a good, full-blooded Aztec warrior. But this other video was like, someone commented, where you from? Oh, I know you might be confused because of my face, my
European essence, yeah.
Yeah. But I was born here in Peru, live in Peru. People are obviously trolling him.
Yeah.
Obviously. But we love Peru. Peru is a beautiful country. Canada's a beautiful country. France also a very, very beautiful country.
I've never been to any of those, so I can't really tell you.
You know what? You're right. Good point. Very, very, very good point.
I mean, at least you could say that France is cool, I guess.
France was like Los Callejones. Really. That's what it was.
The Santi Alley.
I went the first time I went with this. We were 16. We went with this guy, and he was fucking stealing shit everywhere he went. I was like, what the fuck? This is wild. Because we went to we went under the Eiffel Tower. They have a gift shop. He just randomly came out with 2 Eiffel Tower keychains. And like, fuck it, I want one too.
The American pickpocketer.
Yeah, so I took one for him, put it in my bag, and then I stole from him, which less repercussions if I got caught stealing over there. Yeah, and he was and then he'll walk into the store, and then one time we got kicked out of a store because he was touching a bunch of shit.
Come on, man.
And he kind of knew that. The guy kind of knew that it was like he was up to something.
Yeah.
He's like, get the fuck out of here. And it's get low language or whatever.
In a little French language.
Yeah. And then that was France 2012. I don't know.
France circa 2016.
What was it? No, it was
Not like 2014, no?
2014. I think it was 2014. 2013.
2013, 14.
Somewhere 2013. Yeah. My yeah.
How'd you fundraise for that, bro?
I didn't. My dad paid for it.
Oh yeah, I was sure.
It was like it wasn't cheap. Well, it was $3,000.
Yeah, but it's relatively cheap because you guys went as a school.
Yeah, we saw 4 countries. My dad,
Because I think like that fucking trip was like,
a lot
pretty
more
expensive.
It was $3,000, and then food. They'll feed you so you won't starve, but you're hungry. If you just go with the food they're gonna give you, you're gonna starve. You're hungry. So
You went with money?
Oh, my dad gave me money. My dad funded for everything. My dad gave me money, and then he paid for the $3,000 it was, which is pretty cheap. Like you're saying, if you do it alone, and yeah, with the student, then it was fun. It was fun. That's it.
But it's not the same way, huh? It's like traveling for and like seeing, like being at your own pace, doing things that you want to do, eating where you want to eat, right?
It's not the same because I went a couple years ago, and then so what they would do is like they give us like a tour of like, oh, this is the Vatican, this is that. You got 30 minutes to explore on your own. Come back here in 30 minutes or an hour or whatever it was, and it was kind of weird because a lot of time you're waiting on other people, and then certain people want to do this stuff, and then like you just want to walk around. Then when we went to the Vatican a couple years ago, we got lost. We're like, oh shit, we had no service. We didn't know where we're at. Not the Vatican, Rome. We went into the Vatican. We walked out into Rome, and we got lost in Rome. Like, oh fuck, so we gotta find a McDonald's. We're looking for a McDonald's to get Wi-Fi to know how to get back to our
hotel.
Airbnb. I forget what it was. It was Airbnb. We did Airbnbs, but that was fun because we got lost and we were just chilling out there at night. And then there's obviously we're kids, so they're not gonna let us go at night. And so it was cool. And then, like,
that was some crazy ass shit. Getting let loose at night as a kid, losing yourself in the Vatican.
Yeah, and then never coming back.
Never coming back out of the Vatican.
Going in a virgin, coming out experienced.
And there's nothing but the priest. Man.
Don't say that, dude. Don't talk about fucking our people like that, dude.
I don't know. I don't trust the Vatican.
It was fun. The Vatican was cool. It was my mom loved it because she was religious or kind of religious, and that's like the birthplace of our our religion. But other than that, it's so small. And it's like a lot of old buildings, and it's cool.
The Vatican City, no? It's like its own
the country. It's the smallest country by land, by landmass or whatever.
When you went, it was packed, no?
No, it's always packed because like
it's a tourist attraction.
Well, we purposely went. The original plan was to go to the Vatican last, but the time frame would have been during Easter. Sunday.
I remember. So that would have been fucking.
That would have been bad. Yeah. But also, you would have got to see the Pope and stuff like that.
Yeah,
but we went there first because it was like it wasn't during the religious time, and then we went to Portugal last. Portugal was kind of
lackluster.
I think because we were just tired. We were walking so much, we were getting lost, and then Lisbon was like it's cajones basically. Yeah. People selling you shit, fake shit everywhere, immigrants. So
you,
yeah, me, purebred European, and then fucking. It was cool. It was cool. I'll go back to Portugal, but not Lisbon. I'll go to wherever CR7 was born. Piss on his fucking doorsteps.
So, I was probably the same shit. It's like Madeira, which is like it's an island, I think, no? Yeah, but it's port too, no?
Yeah. So I'll go. Yeah, well, why would I go from one port city to another port city? I want to go to like where it's fancy, so I can like role play or like daydream.
So I can take a picture.
And then come back
in the nice alley, and then leave.
Yeah,
like everybody does.
Well, they do that.
Yeah, for everybody that goes to like European excellence, I guess. Like as in like these cities, they just take a picture literally fool like in a cafe or something like
Oh
outside and
yeah,
shit.
yeah.
They're like a fucking alley fool. Looks like some of that shit looks like fucking Guanajuato.
Yeah, some parts are ugly, but what I want to go to Argentina, just so I can like look at them and judge them. So I'm not a big fan of them, and I want to go to wherever Messi was born, and then
The landmass of where people live in Argentina is not that big. Fool. Like Argentina is like a pretty big, long country, but they only live in a certain like space.
It's
I
very
seen, like,
rural.
I seen like a fucking It's like for example, for like if you were to live in California, and there's only life in like South LA, and that's it, and everything else is empty. It's kind of like that, fool.
That's what Australia is like that.
Oh yeah,
because most of Australia is inhabitable because all the fucking things that'll kill you. So there's really like little hot spots like on the coast, I think. In the middle is just emptiness because there's spiders that are size of fucking fucking midgets. And, it's super dangerous. And kangaroos will fuck you up, I think. And koalas have chlamydia.
they do.
Which is different. You don't want to go down that road again because it's not true what they say. You could get it twice.
I never even heard it.
Chlamydia? Shit. You never heard of chlamydia?
I've heard of chlamydia, but I've never heard of
it. Should burn.
Some shit like that.
It should burn. What? Koalas having chlamydia?
No. I know about that too, but like you couldn't get it twice. Like you could get it twice.
I'm just kidding. I don't know.
It's a weird ass shit.
You can't get HIV twice.
No shit. That just stays with you forever. Unless you're Magic Johnson.
You could get COVID. You can't get COVID twice unless you get the vaccine for it. Then you get it fucking every weekend.
At this point, they're like on the fucking 30th booster.
Bro, I was telling you about the Kane doing stand up and how he's super like right wing. He was talking. I thought Kane. I didn't know he was a politician.
Yeah, he is.
You knew that?
Yeah, I knew that.
Well, what is he? Like, where is he?
In Kentucky.
Kentucky?
Yeah.
Like he's a mayor or something, no?
He's like a mayor, of some city.
But is he like a smart dude or he's just famous?
I'm not sure, man. At this point, I don't even know anymore, fool. Because everywhere we go, fool, like a lot of celebs are now being enrolled into positions of politics. I mean, look at our president, fool. Our president before that, he was an actor, a businessman, but I'm talking about like in the world of entertainment. Like at one point he was even in WWE. Cuauhtemoc Blanco in Mexico, fool.
Yeah.
No mames, way. That fool was a soccer player, novelas, way. And now he's a fucking politician.
The corrupt one, allegedly. There's rumors.
Yeah.
Accusations.
And then they make fun of him too because he's like, this motherfucker's everywhere except the office. Because he just played a fucking like a Legends game with Mexico out here.
Brazil, huh?
Brazil.
Yeah. And then who? And then the Klitschko brothers are.
Oh yeah, they're over there in the Ukraine.
They had it bad though because they had to go fight a war.
Yeah, it's kind of hard to kind of judge those guys because it's like some people will give them leeway because of
they're famous.
They're famous, exactly, and we'll put them into office for that same exact reason. So it's just kind of hard to really judge those people,
Well, he was talking about the Somali. He was very open. It wasn't funny. It was cool because when celebrities stand up, there's like a level of immunity. Like the first like few minutes, they're like, okay, he's famous. I'm gonna give him leeway, and then 5 minutes in, if you're ass, dude, they turn on you quick. I heard what's Bow Wow? No,
Bow Wow, the rapper.
T.I. One of those like old school rappers. Guess what? They're dying for attention. He started doing stand up, and for 5 minutes, they're like, okay, he's famous. We're gonna clap. We're gonna be there's
supportive.
There's an immunity, and then after a few minutes where you're just being dog shit, like they turn on you because okay, you're supposed to produce something. I don't know. They probably thought that he's famous. He's good at something else. He can be good at this, and I think Bow Wow or T.I. one of those situations which is dog shit, and then they turn on them and start.
Well, yeah, it was like they say. I was actually not reading, but I was actually watching this guy kind of like break down the essence of what a jester is or court jester, right? Like, yeah, like people think like he's just a clown and he's just there to entertain, but it's just like imagine how smart, witty, kind of truthful to some extent you got to be to play that fucking role. So where everybody's able to understand kind of like the main topic that you're making fun of. Well, once again, as we talked about, podcasts ago, like where you're kind of like playing on the line, bro.
Yeah.
You're on that tightrope where it's like you know it, like you're passing it, and like you're telling the truth, and you're offending a few people, and like everybody gets the concept, whether it's controversial or not, but also not to the point where it's like fuck, like it's just full on fucking
Being mean.
like being a dickhead and
Yeah.
like not like taking a side. You get me?
And it's crazy how tight it fucking gets, dude, with someone like a professional roaster or like a professional comedian, how they're saying like some fucked up shit.
Yeah.
And then you're about to cross the line, then they fucking make
something else.
they can make fun of themselves and they make a witty like observation about the situation. They're like, okay, we'll give you more leeway, but sometimes you cross the line, like Kramer. He said the N-word. That's like, okay, you can't, that's like you jumped and you're well past the fucking line.
Yeah.
And some people are just like, oh yeah, fuck immigrants, or like, immigrants should blah 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 blah. But hey, it's funny when blah blah blah, and then they're back on the good side, just barely. And then some people's lines are different. Some people like, as soon as you talk about immigrants, that's it, you cross the line. Some people, it depends on the audience too. Like for me, my line is very very low. You can't really.
And it also depends. Also, like I was talking about, the court jester has to be witty and smart, bro, because. Like you mentioned, like, yeah, like this, like that tightrope that you're also like playing, but also, I mean, whether you hate him or you dislike him, whether you think he's great, whether you fucking think he sucks.
Cosby?
No, Andrew Schultz, for example. Like, if you hate him, cool, but you can't really say that he's a super stupid person. And I'll say that wholeheartedly, bro. And it's not because like I'm not his biggest fan. I enjoy some of his work. But if you ever seen a stand-up and, like, actually given him, like, an opportunity, he understands, like, where he's performing. And he understands the culture enough to, like, like, push certain boundaries. Like, I remember, like, he was in, like, Toronto or something. And he was making fun of, like, the Indians and the Pakistanis. And, like, he was, like, just barely playing it on the line, bro. But it's because, and everybody would clap and applaud him because he understood the culture.
Yeah.
And they also understand, like, oh, shit, well, this fool actually knows, like, what the fuck is. Yeah, exactly.
He did research, and then people appreciate that. Yeah. Also, people just like when you go to, like, a show and they're like, give it up for San Diego, and everybody cheers. Oh, yeah, they mentioned us. Like, they want the
recognition.
Little recognition from someone famous. Like, or when, like, that's like a perfect example. Because every time, like, a performer will go to a stadium, like, oh, go, like, Bruno Mars, go Raiders or whatever.
Yeah.
Or when I went to watch Morgan Wallen, like, oh, go Padres. And like, that's the same thing as them. Like, oh, you're making fun of the Pakistani dude that I see every day. Like, even though you're not Pakistani, but you see, like, your neighbor. Mm-hmm. They want the attention, and it's kind of like selfish in a way. But
I'm actually kind of curious to see him in the new movie though. Talking about Andrew Schultz.
Street
Fighter, yeah.
I haven't seen. Oh wait, the Johnny.
No, that's Mortal Kombat.
No, never mind. That one looks good. I get him confused.
That comes out next month.
That one's really,
in 2
really
weeks,
good.
basically.
The Street Fighter, I haven't seen anything about it. I just know he's in it, and 50 Cent's in it, which I'm probably gonna go see it because of those two people.
Yeah, but it's not till October. But I'm just kind of curious to see, like, how he's gonna play that role.
It's tough when you get, like, comedians, because comedians sometimes aren't good actors. It's tough.
And sometimes not only that, bro. Sometimes, like, we associate themselves too much with them being kind of like funny.
Yeah.
And when they try to take a serious role, it's like, but it's kind of like, what the fuck?
Who's he playing? Do you know who he's playing?
He's playing the captain. I forget that fool's name though. He's playing like one of the main heads.
Do you know what type of person the captain is? Like a funny dude or no?
Nah.
So it's not like he's gonna be funny in that role.
Nah, most of them are not. They're not funny characters because it's like a street fighting tournament, bro.
Oh fuck! What's who's the main guy? That has to be a lead actor.
Yeah, it's Ryu. It's some Asian guy. I don't know him. I don't know his name. And Chun-Li, of course.
Chun-Li?
Chun-Li.
Who plays him?
Her.
Who plays her?
An Asian girl too. I don't know.
Ali Wong? That's all the Asian girl I know.
Nah.
Somebody else. Like a youngster?
A young chick.
Then I don't know. Is Bobby Lee in it? No.
Nah. That would have been crazy though.
He was in Bus Boys.
Oh yeah? Oh no, man. But that's Theo's movie though, no?
Theo's one. David Spade. Nate. Well, the Mortal Kombat movie looks really, really good. That one looks fucking.
2 weeks.
Yeah, and I grew up playing the game, but also like don't know a lot about it, so it's gonna be fun because I don't know a lot about the world, so it's gonna be fun to see like the storyline of it.
Did you ever get into Tekken?
Nah, not
Tekken. Tekken is cool. Man.
That's an arcade game, huh? I played it on the arcade, but never got into it.
Yeah, it's a big one. It's like King of the Streets too.
they've had like crossovers now where like,
Yeah, they do.
that's badass.
So like, Tekken actually one of their characters crossed over to
Street Fighter.
Street Fighter.
Oh yeah.
No. It crossed over into Street Fighter.
Street Fighter,
You're right. Yeah, I was gonna say fucking Mortal Kombat, but yeah, you're right.
And then you play Super Smash?
I have.
That's like the ultimate like fucking crossover, huh?
Yeah,
like who's in
is.
it?
Well,
Capcom.
everybody in Nintendo, bro.
Capcom.
Fucking Pokemon.
Pokemon's in it?
In Super Smash Bros?
Yeah?
Yeah, fool.
Really?
It's Pokemon, Sonic, Mario, all the Mario characters, all the Sonic characters. Fox.
Fox.
Fox is the guy that comes out in the Mario movie.
Fox. I saw the Mario movie. Which one's Fox?
The guy that drives the plane.
Oh,
The jet.
Yes.
He's from a different thing.
Yes,
yeah.
yes.
That's kind of like them incorporating
Yeah.
the full on like Super Smash Bros. I'm not surprised there's gonna be a day where they're gonna cross over Sonic with Mario.
Yeah. And it's fucking so it's on Nintendo Super Smash.
On Nintendo.
That's badass. I like when they do that when they combine. Crossover is always my thing, like with Nickelodeon and
Oh, the
Disney.
Jimmy Timmy Power Hour.
yeah. Oh, and then that one, and then Disney and the other one.
Oh yeah, That's So Sweet Life. Hannah Montana.
Stuff like that. I really enjoy like when they combine a bunch of other stuff. But the Jimmy Timmy, what is it called?
Power Hour.
That's like peak.
Well, you know what's crazy, fool? That was one of Nickelodeon's. I just seen this shit right now. Talking about that, it's crazy that we fucking come full circle. But that was one of the highest grossing films of Nickelodeon, and that's why they were able to get like 3 movies. And then on top of that, bro, fuck, I don't know what ended up happening at the end, but that's the last time we ever saw Jimmy Neutron.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, after
Ever?
that they
cut the
never
show?
yeah, exactly.
Damn. Why?
I'm not sure, bro.
Just go out on top.
I guessing.
Yeah. Because what I think is probably the show's going downward, and the movie picked it up, and he's like, okay, we can't go further from here. I think.
But Fairly Odd Parents still kept going though.
But that one probably had like better. I don't know.
I mean, but it was on longer, I believe too.
Yeah. That was a good show. I remember, and then the conspiracy theories on that one is fucking crazy. How
Yeah,
he's like
he's dead and shit. Or,
yeah, and then he's like, he's like schizophrenic or something like that. And then, yeah, there's a bunch of, especially Courage, the Cowardly Dog. There's a bunch
that one
of
was
like
trippy though.
conspiracy. Yeah, that one was fucking weird.
I
was
remember that shit
scary.
used to come out before Adult Swim. That shit was the last show on Cartoon Network, 10:30. I like no mama.
It's a kids show, dude. Imagine.
It was a kids show. Yeah.
And I think that one was perfectly timed because it's like borderline like.
It's literally the bridge, bro, between
Yeah.
like the cartoon and then like the Adult Swim.
Yeah. And then you got like Robot Chicken. That shit was.
Yeah, Robot Chicken, Futurama.
Yeah.
What else did they play right there?
I don't
Family Guy.
Oh yeah, The Simpsons and all
The
those.
Simpsons,
right?
all that, yeah.
All the good ones. I like the classics and stuff.
Robot Chicken.
That one was wild. That one was like, it's like internet before the internet almost, because that's like internet style of comedy. Like, because the internet is all fucked up.
Yeah,
Well,
that was like early. It was before its time though, but that was like early 2010 like type.
Oh, so the internet was like out, kind of. Huh? Oh, not kind of. It was out, but it wasn't like.
Nah, I used to have the dialed up shit where it's like, yeah, load the fucking videos and shit. But it was before its time though.
Yeah.
A few years before its time.
Yeah, okay. Because I remember playing on like the dial-up internet, playing fucking the sweet. You know, before you go on the Disney website, they'll have little games.
Oh yeah.
I used to play the Sweet Life game where it's like.
I know. I remember used to fucking hopping on the computer and dialing up and playing the Kids WB games. It was like pure bullshit ass like games. You just jump down.
Yeah, it was that. It was like 2D and shit.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, and then fucking the speakers start ringing, and you know, fucking your mom was about to get a call, and then
and then that shit sucked. Were you ever on Miniclip?
Minute Clip?
No, Miniclip.
No,
Online.
what is that? Sounds fucked up.
It was like where they would play ball pool. Like there was like Raft Wars. There was a game called Raft Wars. Nah. You would shoot like tennis balls or whatever. And you had to basically take the person off the raft. And it was you and your little brother supposedly like in the raft, and you had to save your parents at the end.
No, I never did.
No, you never had that one.
Like, they're like internet games.
Yeah, they're internet like 2D like super old games, bro.
Do you remember the website that besides that one? There's another website, another famous website.
Cool Math Games.
Huh?
Cool Math Games.
No, it was like I remember playing it in school when you would get like you get a time on the computer or whatever, and there's like a cool free games or something like that, and you'll play like the soccer game, the head soccer one.
Oh, it's There was another website, I8 Games, some shit like that.
Oh, I think it's that one.
And it
I
had a
think that one.
shitload of games.
Yeah, like 2D, like
Yeah,
but
like very basic games and shit.
and you play at school
Yeah.
while the teacher, and then you change the tab as soon as. Because I remember, I don't know if it was in middle school or high school. We had like a computer class or something, and the teacher would come around and you switch to your project or whatever. And I don't know, but yeah, I think it was that one. It's like fun, like little bullshit games.
They had a lot of games though, fool. Crazy Monkey was another one too.
Crazy Monkey?
Yeah.
What's that one about?
Nah, it was like
Oh.
a website, bro. And you
Oh,
play a
that's what
bunch
it's
of
called?
fucking games, yeah.
Oh, Balloon Tower? Remember Balloon Tower?
Nah. Full Mini Clip had Double Trouble, remember? It's like the ones with the little devils and the balls would bounce and you would shoot them and they split up.
I don't remember that one.
You don't remember that one?
Damn,
Damn.
throwback. I don't remember that one.
That's crazy. I don't like the memory.
Yeah, before you had like the fucking all the new modern games where you can do a bunch of crazy shit, and then it kind of ruins it for me. Like playing Call of Duty ruined like playing other like old school retro games. Because I tried playing like I still have my fucking Nintendo. No, my not DS. What's the other one?
Game Boy?
Game Boy. My Game Boy Advance thing.
You still have it?
I still have it, and I have
Well,
a
that
bunch
shit
of
is
games.
worth a good amount, Loki.
Is it? Well, I tried playing like I had Ed and Eddie game, the SpongeBob game where it's like a SpongeBob movie game where he has to like remember he's traveling on the Krabby Patty
Oh, yeah.
and he has to
Like
like
drive around.
yeah, and then he has to like I forget what it was, and then those two games is the game that I played the most. And I tried playing them recently, like within the last couple of years, and I'm like, oh no, I can't do this, dude. I need Call of Duty. I need to like fucking shoot people.
It's crazy talking about Ed and Eddie. That shit was a cartoon that was created as a bet. You know that?
A bet?
Yeah.
Someone lost a bet?
The
won a game.
the bet was that apparently like the creator of Ed and Eddie was used to making like adult cartoons, bro. Like he made a lot of like edgy, kind of.
Yeah.
I guess you could say kind of like The Simpsons,
Yeah.
Family Guy type cartoons, and they kind of somebody, I don't know if it was one of his friends or somebody in the office, kind of told him like, hey, like I bet you can't create like a kids cartoon.
Yeah.
And yeah, the dude made one of the most probably
Shit,
famous, influential cartoons on Cartoon Network.
I mean, that's what's number one, you think?
On Cartoon Network?
All time, the GOAT, the Messi of shows on Cartoon Network.
On Cartoon Network? I
Number
don't
one.
know, bro. There was a lot, man. I mean, fuck, what show went on the longest in Cartoon Network?
Well,
Because, like, Ben 10 went on for a long time, bro.
and then even my nephew now loves Ben 10.
Ben 10 is still a thing, bro.
It fucking that was probably number one.
Yeah. Ben 10, probably. I mean, we had Adventure Time was a super big thing, too. I didn't watch it personally,
I didn't watch that one, yeah.
but I know it was a big thing.
People love that one, yeah.
People love that one, too. I know Ed and Eddie's
Eddie
up there.
is top 5, I think. Ben 10. I never got into Ben 10 really, but I
10
remember
was
seeing
cool.
some. Yeah, I remember seeing some episodes.
Foster's Home for Imaginary Friends
That
was
was
up there.
good. That was underrated. I think people don't really talk about that one.
Blue and Cheese and fucking Mac and
The fucking
Eduardo, Will, Coco.
yeah, that was a good one. What about the CIA one? The kids.
Which one?
The
Oh, Codename Kids Next Door?
yeah,
that was good,
That
too.
was peak too,
That one even had a movie too.
bro. I never seen that one. I didn't know about that until now.
Yeah, it's like where he discovers that his dad was number 0.
Oh,
Yeah, it's pretty cool.
Damn.
Yeah.
And then that's like the peak, huh? Those. What,
Yeah.
what else? Do you know what?
The Grim Adventures of Billy and Mandy,
Those were good too.
Powerpuff Girls.
Probably. I think commercially that one might be number one.
Yeah,
It might be
could be. Yeah,
because that was worldwide.
yeah, it is.
I think Ben 10. I think Ben 10 might be number one just because my nephew 7. He loved that show. My niece
Because
loved it, too.
they remade it a few times.
Oh, it's not the same.
It's not the same one.
Oh, then if they were able to remake it and be successful,
It has
number one.
movies, live action movies. You know,
Dexter's Lab was
Dexter's Laboratory was another
good.
one.
I remember
Yeah.
having like the DVDs.
Johnny Test was another one fool that went on for
Johnny
a
Test.
long time too.
What about Johnny Bravo?
Johnny Bravo too. It's
Yeah.
part of that, bro. Scooby Doo, of course.
Scoob-
if you wanna
Oh.
kind of put, because technically Hanna Barbera Studio or whatever was part of that because it was like Scooby Doo, because they had its own kind of like spin-off shift. Like Cartoon Network would be
Yeah.
Boomerang, which would be like the Jetsons.
Yeah.
The Flintstones, Scooby Doo.
Scooby Doo. What do you think is more successful, Scooby Doo or Ben 10?
Probably Scooby Doo.
Scooby Doo, huh? It's something more recognized by
And
everybody.
it's been
How many movies? Live actions? 3.
Live actions, a few. Fool. Animation movies, a lot of crossovers.
I would say they did a lot of crossovers, huh?
Yeah,
Scooby Doo might be number 1.
yeah, for sure.
Yeah. Then Ben 10, I think number 2, and then Powerpuff Girls. Powerpuff Girls, that's
They did a lot too.
worldwide.
Yeah, that's true.
Everybody.
Some
knows
people
who-
still fucking love the Powerpuff Girls.
Yeah,
bro.
yeah, a bunch of
Mojo Jojo.
yeah. So I think I think we figured it out. Scooby Doo is number 1.
Yeah, for sure.
Scooby Doo Papa. Remember the song?
Yeah, Scooby-Doo Papa. El boom 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 boom. Yeah, but yeah, like those fucking cartoons were commercially successful, and it goes back to what we were just saying. For like a lot of fucking people are now fucking producing shit in Hollywood, and so we don't even get cartoons like that anymore.
Yeah, and now when you produce a show, like the fucked up thing about the industry, I don't know what to call it, but they'll have like you'll have like for example Scooby Doo. This is just like a fake example because it's not real. Scooby Doo,
Yeah.
and then the Scooby Doo like you have Scooby Doo the show, then you have a prequel. But Scooby Doo the show is on Netflix, the prequel is on Amazon, then the sequel.
Oh yeah, I get you.
Because Yellowstone has 1899 or whatever the show's called.
Mhm.
Then you have 1930 whatever, and then Yellowstone takes place current time. Yellowstone is on Netflix or something. Then one of them's on Peacock. Or Netflix. Yellowstone's on Peacock. The other one's like on Paramount Plus, and then 19 whatever is on fucking Hulu or whatever. So you have to download 3 different fucking apps,
Streaming services.
pay 3 different subscriptions to watch the full fucking universe of Yellowstone. Which I love Yellowstone, but I haven't seen anything else because I don't have anything else. It's not worth it to get anything else because
Yeah.
fucking arm and a leg. And so that's another fucked up streaming. That's what streaming is kind of fucking up a little bit. But they're making money, so that's all they care about. So fuck us, fuck the consumer. Fuck the consumer, fuck them in the ass.
And then people are starting to wake up, and I think like every time we talk about it, I don't know if it's the phone listening to us, but people always bring up like certain talking points that we've already talked about. Bro.
Yeah, a bunch of times. Huh?
Yeah, and it's just like I guess since we don't have enough followings, like our videos don't.
Yeah, and also we're retarded.
Yeah, but we should be like ahead of the competition. But I mean,
You know what, dude? I don't know what I was gonna say, but yeah, you know what?
because I feel like we talk about a lot of stuff. That was my phone, I think.
Oh,
We talk about a lot of stuff before like I see like videos or like people like talking about it, and then like it comes out like weeks later.
yeah. Huh?
Remember when we were talking about the cable shit? And, like out of
Yeah.
nowhere, we saw like people
Should
talking
bring
about
back
like
cable.
cable. Yeah, fool.
Yeah, streaming's kind of it's convenient, but it was fun. It peaked when it was just Netflix. When Netflix
Yeah.
was like the main one. You had a bunch of good shows on Netflix and only on Netflix, and then Amazon started making stuff, and then you have Peacock, which was kind of Peacock. The only good thing on Peacock is The Office. Everything I like the original was kind of Yellowstone.
Well, Peacock has. Is that where the John Cena show is at? Because I heard that one's pretty good.
I don't know. John Cena had a show.
Yeah,
Oh,
the Peacemaker.
Is it?
I think so.
Oh, maybe. Wait, isn't that Disney?
Oh yeah, you're right.
Is it MCU?
I
no?
think so. Yeah, I think so.
Yeah.
I think
It's
so.
MCU or it's Marvel.
No, it's no, you're no,
DC?
it's DC. Yeah,
It's-
so
so
it's not
it's not
it's not a
Disney.
Disney. I think
is
it is on
DC.
Peacock.
It might be on Peacock. Yeah, but I don't know. What time is it? I think it's time. I think we've said everything
Oh yeah,
twice.
10:06.
10:06. Yeah, we should. We're gonna end it here before the camera dies. We're done.
Yeah. What?
Yeah.
We're
What?
done.
We're done.
Done? All right.
We said a bunch of stuff that we talked a lot and really said nothing.
Yeah, but I know this is gonna hit some nostalgia for a lot of people though.
Yeah, it's gonna hit you hard in the ass.
All right, for sure.
Yes, that's it. That's my final words.
All right, peace.
So.